Gun violence in Newtown, this time on In the Loop. Do you think that we've reached a tipping point in the country due to the Newtown killings?
Yeah, because there's way too much of it going on.
I think from that and the shootings at the movie, I think it could possibly help, like, have them try to stop gun selling in America, gun selling to minors, gun selling to people who don't have the licenses for guns.
Yeah, actually I do. Unfortunately, anytime something major like this happens, we as America typically overreact and want to make new laws and things that are going to probably have some consequences. Whether it'll help or not, I'm not sure.
Do you think stricter gun laws would help?
You know, I think that's open for discussion. I mean, I don't think that automatic weapons, maybe even semi-automatic weapons, are a great thing. But as a hunter and as a gun owner, I typically don't think it's usually the guns that cause the violence. We need to focus more on the people than the actual weapons themselves. I mean, if it hadn't been guns, it could have been something else, even though it is a huge tragedy. So.
Yeah, I think there needs to be some kind of control over, like, who can own, you know, arms and firearms and things like that. I think that needs to be really, like, restricted, because I know, like, people can really, it's easy to obtain licenses. I think it needs to be harder.
You know, at 9/11 everybody was for a while deeply hurt, and you know, and even though they show it every year on the TV, we've just gone back to the way we were. It's, you know, it's our culture right now.
I think if he does, he might get some conflict or remarks from other people who are against him, but I think he should, though. Yeah.
Well, I think so. I think that he should be, but I also do understand that's hard when you are, you know, the president.
If there's a way to change them, I guess you could try to, but in my view, there's nothing's going to stop a person from doing what they really want to do.
Me, I use guns for hunting purposes, that's it, but people, there should be stricter laws, plain and simple.
I think it's unnecessary. I really think that nobody should have a gun. We have the right to bear arms, but if we don't have guns, then we shouldn't have the right to defend ourselves against guns.
Are you a gun owner? Do you believe in gun ownership?
I used to completely hate guns. I've always seen myself as kind of a hippie person, but here lately I've kind of felt as though if they're used in the right manner, they can be okay, but I'm still like half anti-guns, but at the same time, I mean, anything can kill a person. It's not just a gun, and you can get knives anywhere, you can get any sort of killing device, so it's not just guns.
It's just that the guy should have killed himself instead of killing all them little kids. Why take it out on them? They ain't got nothing to do with it, you know? It's ridiculous. They should change the gun laws.
I mean, there should be a way, I would think, but I don't really know how to go about that. I feel like there's got to be some way to fix the problem.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure that we're really enforcing the ones that we have. So going out and making new laws right now, I don't know how much good that's really going to do. I do think that anybody with any kind of mental illness and maybe even some other parameters that would restrict owners from having guns is a good thing, but I think even in this particular instance, I think everybody kind of knew this person had some mental illness, and you know, it wasn't really that person that had the guns. I think it was they obtained them from somewhere else. So
it comes down to race, really. If some kids in Chicago die, it's not broadcasted, and also because of where it's at, there's nothing really happens in Newtown, Connecticut. So it comes down to race and where it's at, really.
Why do you think people pay more attention when there's a mass killing at a school, when more children die in, let's say, the streets of Chicago in the first 6 months of the year?
Well, I mean, it's more shocking to see that someone would actually go into an elementary school and, you know, shoot, you know, a whole classroom of kids. You know, that's more shocking. It's more of a story for the news people.
I mean, I think it's all the same, really. Either way you look at it, people are dying, and it's just a sign of the times in my eyes. I mean, people don't really realize what they're doing and what the world is starting to come to. It never used to be this way.
Because I definitely feel there's some underrepresented demographics. There's areas for sure in some of the bigger cities here, even in Indy, where I'm not from originally, but now call home. I think there's areas that we just don't look at. I think that because this was a nice school in a nice area, we tend to just focus on that. And I mean, people are getting hurt every day in lots of different places, and you know, we may not even ever know about it, but we definitely focus on just the high profile. Of course, although this is one instance where a lot of people got hurt all at once. I think anytime that happens, it's going to draw attention, but on a regular basis, yeah. stuff's going on every day we should pay more attention to.
I'm Matt Simon for Loop21.com.